In this episode of The Road to Restoration, we will be finishing up our metalwork and confirming that the frame has not been damaged. Thankfully, that is the case after laying the frame out in my dad's garage floor. We are clear to proceed. So to replace the light that I previously smashed off, I measured a rough distance between each tail lamp and I cut some 1-inch flat stock to spec. Then I drilled pilot holes for the ground terminals and the mounting points of the lights. It was then time to clean off the surface and the edges for welding, just to make it easier, and also provide a clearer contact space for the negative for the tail lamps. I also decided to take off the little metal cover just for better aesthetics. The welds are still a bit funky, but thankfully it holds on securely. Then it was time to fully sand down the frame so that I can paint it with the paint plus primer that we've talked about in the previous episodes. I was sure to take a damp rag to get rid of any of the paint dust particles that were sprayed off of the sandy disc just to make it cleaner. You will also notice for giggles that I welded the two bended brackets holding the starter switch and the light switch. I also tightened down all of the nuts and bolts holding any electrical conductors so that they can remain grounded efficiently to the chassis. It was finally time to apply the first coat of the metallic flat soft iron I chose for the trike. And by the time I reached the underside, I was almost through the second can. It takes a little bit extra to be able to coat the whole frame itself. And with that, I used the last of the second can to apply a top second coat, and then I let it sit for the appropriate drying times. I have to say, as I mentioned this later, that I really love the texture that this paint gives to this trike frame. Because in the end, it does give the trike that aggressive attitude that it can portray when someone goes to ride it. So in the end, feel free to enjoy these cinematic still shots of this nice texture from the paint. So now the second coat is drying, and I gotta say it has been a great day so far. I have very high hopes for this paint. At first I doubted it, but then again when I did the underside of the light coat and then it dried, I've actually started to pull on or started to like it. And then I did a second top coat and I actually am ready to call it here. Now I did apply an experimental test of clear coat right here. Unfortunately, it's not very clear to see on camera. Haha, see what I did there? But I don't like it. So I'm gonna keep the metallic finish don't know why. Focus phone. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to keep it as it is. I'm not going to apply the clear coat like I thought I was going to. This top coat sold me on it, and I think it's going to be fantastic. Now, I want to keep it a surprise, but I've also painted some of the other components, the hubs and the wheels already, and I think it's going to look fantastic. So we're going to hopefully be close to finishing this finally, putting it all back together. So anyway, guys, if you're enjoying the Road to Restoration series for Bandit, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment of what you think so far, and also subscribe for more updates. Also, follow my Instagram down below to keep up to date for maybe some sneak peeks here and some other surprises here and there. Other than that, guys, I've been Caden and Nighthawk, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.